On a freezing February night in 1978, five friends left a college basketball game in Chico, California, expecting nothing more than a quiet drive home. They were responsible men, guided by routine, comforted by familiarity. None of them drank. None were known for reckless decisions. Yet sometime after midnight, their car turned away from the highway and began climbing into the remote wilderness of the Plumes National Forest. Snow thickened as the road narrowed, but they continued upward, mile after mile, deeper into isolation. Days later, their Mercury Montego was found abandoned on a mountain road, doors unlocked, keys missing, and the vehicle only lightly stuck in snow that could have been pushed free. There were no clear signs of panic, no obvious reason they had left the car. Even more puzzling, one of the men was deeply afraid of the cold and ill-equipped for winter exposure. Search teams found scattered personal items, candy wrappers, shoes, fragments of clothing, stretching far beyond the car's location. It felt less like a single mistake and more like a slow, deliberate drift away from safety. As helicopters circled overhead and families waited for answers, the forest remained silent, burying whatever truth unfolded that night beneath snow, darkness, and distance. When the snow finally receded months later, the answers that surfaced only deepened the mystery. 4 of the 5 men were eventually found, separated by miles of rugged terrain. One body lay inside a mountain trailer stocked with food, blankets, and heating, supplies that could have kept him alive through the winter. Instead, he had starved, carefully wrapped in sheets, his body drastically weakened. Most of the food remained untouched, including items that required no tools to open. Other victims were discovered in places that defied logic, as though they had wandered until exhaustion claimed them. The 5th man, Gary Mathias, was never found at all. No remains, no clothing, no trace. Official reports cited exposure and confusion, but those explanations failed to answer the hardest questions. Why abandon a working vehicle? Why separate instead of staying together? Why climb higher into danger rather than descend towards safety? Decades later, the Yuba County Five remain a chilling reminder that the most unsettling horror isn't always violence, it's uncertainty. A night with no clear beginning, no clear end, and questions that echo endlessly through a silent mountain landscape.